Hi everyone! So I thought it would be really fun to do a cup for an order today. I'm going to be doing 2 glasses, the stemless wine glasses, and I thought it would be really fun for you guys to see and watch what I'm doing. So here is my live. Hope a couple of you join, otherwise you can always, replay later. So right now I am getting ready with my resin right here. I'm going to mix this and then we're going to get started. Thanks, Brendan. So since I work in a toxic environment, I do have like PPE that I'm supposed to wear. I have nitrile gloves and also my mask. And we're going to be doing a stainless glass, beach theme tonight. You can pop on and pop off whenever you want. It probably takes about 30 minutes to do a cup or so, and then it has to spin on a spinner for 12 to 14 hours before I can do the second coat. So I'm just finishing up mixing my epoxy. Hello, Amber. So I am getting started. I am mixing my stuff up right now, and then we will get started. Just put my hair back, so get to hear it again. 12s. I'm confused. So I'm not very good at talking or doing lives, so I don't know. We'll try to start this out. I don't know. So how is everybody? Great, wonderful, awesome. Maybe I'll like stop this and restart it. I don't know, what do you think?
Why?
I don't know. Okay, never mind. All right, so this is all mixed up. This is the epoxy. This is the resin that's going to go into the cup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to throw my hair back, put my PPE on, my mask, my gloves, and then we're going to get started with a beach themed stained glass cup. So I'm gonna lower this down so you guys can see my cup. Here's where all the fun stuff's gonna happen. I can still see everybody's comments, so we can talk. I'm going to get my motor started. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to separate my epoxy into 4 different cups, and these are gonna be the different colors for the beach theme. Hopefully my cup will stay on the turner tonight because I lost my football that matches that perfectly. That was my own fault. So like I said before, I have 2 glasses tonight. And yes, Amber, I am wearing paparazzi jewelry, my yellow set. I wore actually all day long. I wanted to get a yellow shirt to match it, but I haven't done that yet. Okay. So I think I am spread out enough. So what I'm going to do is the stained glass that I'm doing tonight is actually going to be made with alcohol inks. And these people that paint tend to use. Really fun. So I'm going to be using a pool blue. I'm going to be using Baja blue. I'm using Manila black. And I'm using the gold for the sand tonight because I don't have any cafe latte, which is the color of the sand. And then obviously white, because every cup needs a white. So I'm just gonna make sure this is flat and perfect on my cup, that it's what I need. So I'm gonna add 2 drops of each color into my epoxy and to make my colors, and then I'm going to mix it. As you can see.
Kristen was asking, do they dry faster when it's hot out?
Yes. Yes, the epoxy cures with heat. It needs heat to survive. So in the winter, we're kind of screwed here in Vermont, right? Maybe not, you never know. So my color is kind of a really light blue. I might stick one more drop in there just to get it a little bit darker, but it is a stained glass theme. And you know, while you guys are watching and I'm stirring these things, I will show you the other cup that I did, which I have pictures of. This is sort of what we're doing tonight. And then we are doing a completely different one after, if you guys don't get bored with me by then. We'll see. So I'm going to do 2 of the dark blue just because that tends to go a long way. So we've got Baja Blue. The other one was Pool Blue. It is kind of hard stirring while I'm showing you. And then we'll get started. I am also left-handed and I'm using my right side turner tonight, so this is a little backwards for what I normally do. But you can see my Baja Blue and my Pool Blue are 2 different colors. I'm just gonna put the cover on this one. And then we're going to use the white, which this is going to be used for clouds and also sort of like gateway. So I don't need too much of the white.
Are those glasses going to be dishwasher safe?
These glasses are dishwasher safe. So once the alcohol ink is done and the epoxy is cured, I have to put like a layer. What it is it's a layer of dishwasher safe Mod Podge, and it kind of goes all over it. The downfall of the dishwasher is that the sealant that I have to put on it has to cure for 28 days. So if you want a set of glasses and you want them to be dishwasher safe, you have to wait a whole month to get them from me. Like China, but next door. So there's my white. And then we have one more color to mix, and that's the gold, and then we can get started. I can see everybody's comments. They're just sort of at an angle. Okay. I'm hoping gold will work because the only other color that I had for sand was yellow. Oh yes, this looks beautiful. You guys see this? It's gorgeous. All right, so now we can get started. Everybody want to get started? Woohoo! All right, so I'm gonna put my colors a little bit to the side here. And I'm gonna start with the sand. And actually, I'm going to sprinkle it on. I think I want a little bit more gold because this is very translucent right now. Oh yes, we are much more gold now. All right, so I'm going to sprinkle this on the bottom. And usually I use my finger, to be honest, which I'm probably going to do at this point. And this is going to create the sand at the bottom of my cup. And I'm going to get the bottom rim. Hello, Sean. Thank you for coming on and watching me. Do you guys see the color? Don't mind my pool noodle. Pretend that's not there. You'll see it better tomorrow when it's all done. So there's a little bit of gold there. And then we're going to move on to the next color. What do you think? Can you see it? Hopefully. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the gold aside, and I'm going to wipe my finger off so I can save this glove. And then we are going to move over, and we're gonna grab the white. And I'm just gonna drizzle a line here And this line is going to be like my barrier from the sand. Like I said, I'm left-handed, so I'm doing things backwards, and it's interesting. Okay. And then I'm going to save the rest of this white because it's going to make the clouds on the rest of my cup. So my next one is going to be blue, the pool blue. This is going to be my crashing waves. It's okay if it drips on me as long as I'm not getting bubbles. What do you think? Can you guys see the colors? I need a little bit more. And then we'll move to the dark blue, which is going to be the middle waves on here. Just a little bit more blue. Okay, we're gonna save the rest. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put some blue at the top, which will become my sky later on. What do you think? Does this look fun to you guys? Like it is to me. I'm addicted to this right now. I love making cups. I need more orders. Tell your friends. So I have the sky where I want it for now. And we're gonna move to the dark blue, my Baja blue, which will be my waves. And I'm actually going to use my silicone brush. You guys might have one of these for makeup. They work really well to apply epoxy. I use them all the time. They create my colors that I need. And then can I get you to put some Baja blue in the epoxy in my silicone? Actually, I think I'll be okay. Oh, can you guys see the colors from where you are? I hope so.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, you can.
I feel like I needed to add a little bit of acrylic. The fun part's coming up where I get to use a straw. You guys get to see how out of shape I am, right? Those are the best times. So I'm just gonna make sure everything is covered at this point. And so I'm gonna go back to my finger because that's the best way for me to know. And I can tell maybe a little bit more. Alrighty, so everything is covered, everything is looking wavy. So at this point, I'm going to take a straw and I'm going to blow to create the sand. You guys see it? What do you think? Can you etch them after they've been colored? I don't know. Good question. I don't know. Because this isn't just a straight up coloring, it's actually resin, it's epoxy. So it's gonna harden over the top of the cup. So then I'm gonna take my white and I'm going to drizzle a couple of clouds. Nope, maybe a little on the top. You see my clouds? I think that's enough. What do you think? So again, with my fun straw, last time I put the epoxy in my mouth on accident when I picked it up, so I don't want to do that again. What do you think? Is it looking? Okay. So in this one, I would say I might add just a little bit more to the sand and see how that goes. And as it spins, you can see the clouds start forming, things start going. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this and wipe my glove off because I'm trying to save my glove. And I'm gonna put some heat on it. So you guys are gonna see a big change in a minute once the heat goes on it. So I'm gonna take my heat gun, that I have at Lowe's because, you know, I'm a hardcore chick. All right, so I'm gonna take a little heat. The heat is going to get the epoxy moving, and you're gonna see a big shift in color in a minute. It's gonna start making more clouds. Everything's going to start moving. Okay. So if you can't already, you can see the sand is starting to move a little bit more. I don't know if I can get you a little closer. I don't know if everybody can see it or not. But you can see the clouds are starting to move. This cloud especially is starting to swirl. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this one. It's going to spin now for 12 to 14 hours, so until tomorrow morning. I'm going to pick this up real quick and I am going to move on to the next one. I think I'm gonna add one more little cloud because it deserves an extra little happiness cloud, right? Little dribble. Okay, so these are good. So these go in my fume containment, AKA trash that is sealed. And I'm going to slide this one back with my, oops. Silicone tray. And then I'm going to move my other one forward so you guys can see it. And Brendan, I'm going to ask you to help me out for a second, if you're willing to.
Yeah, maybe.
Can you pick up the alcohol inks? Actually, I'll just switch gloves, it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm gonna come back up to me for a minute so you guys can all see me. Hello! How was it? Good for the first part? Maybe? You're really gonna like the second part, okay? Because the second part, you will see the colors much better, honestly. The stained glass ones are really, really fun, but you know, obviously, because you can see through them. They're not as much fun as they could be. So I'm gonna pull my other turner forward, if I can. So I'm gonna say hi to anybody. Anybody have questions while I'm looking? No? Maybe? I don't know. Hold on. All right. So for part 2, I'm actually going to be making, oops. I'm going to be using magenta. I'm going to be using Baja Blue. And I'm going to be using Passion Purple. And then obviously my white, because that is very important. So these are going to be alcohol inks directly set onto an already epoxied cup, where the other one I put the inks into the epoxy and put it on. This time it's going on the cup after, and it's going to be really great. So I'm going to lower you back down to my new turner. Make sure you guys can see me okay. I'm going to grab a different silicone mat, so give me just a second. Just to make sure the epoxy is not falling on me. And then, so this one I actually base spray painted white. So this is going to show you the colors so much more than if I was to just use a regular glass. So I'm going to put new gloves on because I need my PPE. And then we're going to get started on the second cup. And obviously if you missed the first cup, you can replay my video later. You know, I will probably, if everybody likes this and wants to see more cups as I get orders in, I may do a couple of the glitter cups because those are really fun to make. I do have probably an ombre coming up. My latest order last night was a holographic. I'm doing a tree frog cup. So that is a little different, and that one's setting at the moment. Oh, geez, Amber, thanks. Okay.
They're not wrong.
Really, Brendan? Great. So what I'm going to do is I am going to mix this new epoxy. Once epoxy gets mixed, it has sort of a time limit because it heats up, and the heat is what is going to make it come together and harden. So I'm just going to mix this up really quick. It takes 3 minutes to mix. And then once I apply it onto the cup, we can get started. And this one, like I said, is really, really fun. All right, and just remember, these things can be personalized. I can put decals on them as well. So I'm going to start my cup. This one is better for me because I'm left-handed and it is facing the correct way for me. So I'm going to put my mask on for a minute, because obviously fumes are toxic and you should make sure that you're doing this in a well-ventilated area. We will not say anything about the fact that I didn't turn my fan on so you guys could hear me. But I will turn it on after and we will air this place out. So that is why I wear proper coverage on my face. So, I don't see any comments. Everybody having fun? Besides my sister, whose friend likes my cleavage. Thank you for that. But I do make lots and lots of things. I have made a lot of specialty things lately. I have sold, I think, 6 beer holders in the last 2 days that hold those glass 12-ounce beers. With different decals, and a couple of them actually were epoxied with family photos on them and their names, which was kind of cool. This is not a tumbler. This is a stemless wine glass like the one I just did. The difference is that I base coated it with a white food grade paint. So this will show the colors, so it'll be a solid cup. So I'm going to finish. I'm going to start epoxying this. Once I get the epoxy on it, we'll start with the colors. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this cup. So we're just going to get all the bubbles out if possible before I start. Okay, here we go. So people do different ways of epoxying cups. I use my finger. It is the most fast and efficient way for me to do it. I'm actually going to flip this to the other side so it can go for me. A lot of the tumblers are painted different colors. Usually when you're making a tumbler, the base color is the color that you're going to be putting glitter on, or the alcohol inks. Some have dark cups, some are lighter. So it really depends on what you're doing. Say you were doing like an ombre cup. Some people even spray paint the ombre right onto the cup. So say you wanted like a red ombre, they'll go out and buy the spray paint and spray paint the ombre and then glitter over the top of it. Me, I hate spray paint, so I'm really not going to base anything unless I have to. But I do know that this particular cup does need a base coat in order to make the colors come out like I want it to. And I'll just make sure that I had to cut a pool noodle to fit in here because I couldn't find the right noodle tonight. So this one is almost fully coated, as you can see. The longest time of making these is really just the steps of waiting and letting it do its spin for 12 to 14 hours. So if I'm doing like a glitter cup, I will epoxy, then I will glitter, then I have to wait until the next day. Then I can do a second layer of glitter, then I have to epoxy again, then I have to wait until the next day. So that is why when I tell you it's a 2 to 3 week turnaround, this is why. Each step takes a day or two before the cup is ready for the next step. And unfortunately, it's a lot of hurry up and waits around here. All right, so I'm just gonna get the rim and the bottom, and then we are set to go with the colors, which is what you guys were all waiting for, right? Okay. So here we go. We got a nice bunch. Okay, ready? Here's the fun part. Okay. I'm gonna actually take my glove off because it's a mess. Okay, let's do this too. All right, you're all still here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start with the purple, and I'm going to just kind of put it wherever. So the best part about this is like there's no rhyme or reason to what I do. It's just whatever I do. And it comes out really, really nice. So I'm gonna say that's good for purple. And I'm gonna go in with magenta. See my colors? They're already starting to swirl and spin. What do you guys think? Clown cup? It'll look much better later. So here's my magenta pretty. Make sure I get the side so it comes down the middle here. And then I'm going to come back in with Baja Blue because I love blue. This is pretty close to my royal blue, which is my favorite blue. So again, I'm just gonna put this wherever I feel like it. And the colors are really gonna show once I hit the white, because the white is what sort of swirls all my colors together. So I'm gonna hit it with a little bit more blue. And you can see it's starting to swirl together. So these are alcohol inks. So yeah, as I said before, alcohol inks, they're used for paints. A lot of people do them with canvases, things like that. All right, So what do you guys think? Does this look nice? The fun part's the white. Are we ready? Okay. So we're gonna open up the white and we're going to hit it. And when we hit it, it's gonna spread the color. You ready? What do you think? So I'm gonna put a couple here. And the white is really gonna swirl the cup. You see it start to go? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna stop my turner and I'm gonna pull it off without breaking my turner. I'm going to let it kind of fall down a little bit and then come back up. And what that's gonna do is it's sort of gonna move it around a bit and it's going to make it slide over. So I'm gonna turn it back on and I'm gonna hit it with the heater. Here's my heat gun again. And we're gonna make this thing move. What do you think? Does this look pretty? I'm gonna add just a little bit more epoxy. It's just some spots that I think might dry out a little. And you're gonna see it's gonna sort of swirl. So it doesn't look like much right now, but in about 30 minutes, you're gonna see it's really gonna mix itself together. And in a couple places, if I don't like it, I can just add a few more colors to it on the side. And it's just gonna spin. Maybe a little bit more white, because it's fun. So this is, again, it's going to swirl and spin, and like I said, in 12 to 14 hours, it'll come around and you'll get to see what it looks like. And what I'll do is tomorrow I'll post a picture of the two of them just so you guys can see what they look like. And what I'll do is I'll pan back over to the other one if I can. And you can sort of see, let's see down here, if I can turn this around. You can see the clouds and the way it's kind of spun together. You'll see it a little bit better without the pool noodle in it tomorrow. But this one you can start to see that it's swirling right around here. And it's coming together. So I hope you guys liked my little lives. And if you want to see more, just let me know. Give me good comments, and thanks for watching. So I really appreciate all of you, and have a good night, and replay if you want to see it all over again. So thanks everybody. Have a good night. Bye.